नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी श्रीमद्भागवतम Canto 1 chapter 11 verse 29 था पुत्रम अंकमारोप्य स्नेहस्नूथा पयोदरा हर्षविह्वलितात्मान शिशिचुर्नेत्रजैर्जलै था पुत्रम अंकमारोप्य स्नेहस्नुथा पयोदरा हर्षविह्वलितात्मान शिशिचुर्नेत्रजैर्जलै
तापुत्रम अंकमारोप्य स्नेहस्नूता पयोधरा हर्षविह्वलितात्मान शिशिचुर्नेत्रजैर्जलै
Translation purport by Divine Grace of Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Synonyms: Tha, all of them. Putram, the son. Ankam, the lap. Aropya, having placed on. Snehasnuta, moistened by affection. Payodara, breasts filled up. Harsha, delight. Bihvalita atmana, overwhelmed by. Sishichu, wet. Netrajai, from the eyes. Chalai, water. Translation, please repeat after me. The mothers, after embracing their son, sat him on their laps. Due to pure affection. Milk sprang from their breasts. They were overwhelmed with delight. And the tears from their eyes wetted the Lord. Purport.
When Lord Krishna.
Yeah, please go ahead.
When Lord Krishna was at Vrindavan, even the cows would become moistened by affection towards him, and he would draw milk from the nipples of every affectionate living being. So what to speak of the stepmothers who were already as good as his own mother?
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो आचार्यपादाय निधाय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यादे सतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखां करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिमत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् हरिः तत्सत्. So in this verse, it is very clearly written the result of the affection as soon as they saw the Lord, how they greeted him, put him on their lap. The motherly affection is very clearly explained and further in purport of Srila Prabhupada. He has given us very beautifully that in Vrindavan, even the cows, so much affection towards Krishna that, they also become moistened with the milk oozing out from their nipples. So, and Krishna would drink if affectionately milk is coming, not otherwise. So this is very, very important. Any affectionate living being, Krishna reciprocates 100%. Otherwise also he reciprocates 100%. So that is why it is said, Bhaktya, what is that? Yeyatatmam prapatyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. Okay, as one surrenders, accordingly he will be reciprocating. How much we surrender, that much he will reciprocate. 100% surrender, 100% reciprocate. So, affection to affection. Putana wanted to have Krishna as son. He has given her motherly position in his transcendental realm. And she wanted to kill him, he killed him. So this is called 100%, reciprocation. It's naturally he does it. It's not that well-planned activity and all. That is how Krishna is, okay? He simply gives himself to the, devotional service. Devotional service means he sells himself for devotional service. So you can buy Krishna at the cost of pure unalloyed loving devotional service. So these mothers, they are all, after all, they're his mother. And they have naturally affection. Even the cow is having so much affection to Krishna that it also oozes out the milk. Then what to speak of the stepmothers? So this is the result of affection. And Krishna does not discriminate. Okay, this is my mother, this is my original mother, these are my stepmothers, oh, these are cows only. No. Any living entity, if they are affectionate, definitely milk will ooze and Krishna will drink it. It is so simple. So whether it is real mother or stepmother or cow, doesn't matter. So Shantagopi, you want to add anything? I can proceed to the next. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 11, verse 30. Atha vishatsva bhavanam
Bhavanam
sarvakamam anuttamam
Sarvakamam Anuttamam
prasadha yatra patninam
Prashadayatra Patinam
sahasrani cha shodasha
Sahasrani Sodasha
Atha vishatsva bhavanam
Atha Vishatva Bhavanam
sarvakamam anuttamam
Sarvakamam Anuttamam
prasadha yatra patninam
Prashadayatra Patninam
Sahasrani cha shodasha
Sahasrani cha Sodasha
Atha vishatsva bhavanam
Atha Vishatva Bhavanam
sarvakamam anuttamam
Sarvakamam Anuttamam
Prasada yatra patninam
Prasada yatra patninam
sahasrani cha shodasha.
sahasrani cha dodasha
Atavisatsa bhavanam
atabhishatva
Vishatsa
bhavanam
bhavanam
sarvakamam anuttamam
sarvakamam
sarvakamam anuttamam
anuttamam
prasada yatra patinam
prasada
prasada
yatra
yatra
patninam
patninam
sahasrani cha sodasha.
sahasrani
sahasrani
cha
cha
shodasha.
shodasha. Atha, thereafter,
Ata thereafter
Avishat entered
Avishat entered
Swabhavanam, personal palaces.
Swabhavanam personal palaces.
Sarva, all.
Sarva all
Kamam, desires.
kamam desires.
Anuttamam, perfect of the fullest extent.
Anuttamam perfect to the fullest extent.
Prasadha, palaces.
Prasada palaces.
Yatra, where.
Yatra where
Patni, nam, of the wives numbering.
Patni nam of the wives numbering.
Sahasrani, thousands.
Sahasrani thousands.
Cha, over and above.
Over and above.
Shodasha, 16. Translation, please repeat after me. Thereafter,
Thereafter,
the Lord entered his palaces,
the Lord entered his palaces,
which were perfect to the fullest extent.
which were perfect to the fullest extent.
His wives lived in them,
His wives lived in them,
and they numbered over 16,000.
and they numbered over 16,000.
Purport.
Purport. Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives, and for each and every one of them, there was a fully equipped palace complete with necessary compounds and gardens. Full description of these palaces is given in the 10th canto. All the palaces were made of the best marble stone. They were illuminated by jewels and decorated by curtains and carpets of velvet and silk, nicely bedecked and embroidered with gold lace. The personality of Godhead means one who is full with all power, all energy, all opulences, all beauties, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Therefore, in the palaces of the Lord, there was nothing wanting for fulfilling all desires of the Lord. The Lord is unlimited, and therefore his desires are also unlimited, and the supply is also unlimited. Everything being unlimited, it is concisely described here as sarvakamam, or full with all desirable equipment.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So, in Krishna book, we have seen and we will be seeing that how beautiful was Dwaraka and how each one of 16,108 wives, she is having one palace with all the maid servants and then all the beautiful garden, all kind of decorations, jeweled, bedecked, showing all the light inside, very beautifully illumined, curtains, cushions, so many, that's to the supremely opulent personality of Godhead. And simultaneously, he enters in each of his palace of 16,108 palaces, and all his 16,108 wives see as if Krishna has come to only their house, their palaces, and they greet him, all the necessary, things. So this full description we can see in the Krishna book, and best of the marble stone with which all the palaces have been constructed, and there is gold lace embroidered, all the carpets and curtains, not just design, but truly gold and marbles and so many other, bedecked and embroidered with gold lace and jewels. So, because it is Krishna, Krishna means Bhagavan. Bhagavan means all power, all energy, all opulence, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. The six opulence in full reposed in a person. You can call him the Supreme Personality of God, and he is one without a second. You just can't call many person like that. Only one without a second. Asama urdhva. Sama means equal, urdhva means above, means no. Nobody is equal to him or above him. So that is Krishna. So, and there is very beautifully decorated palaces, and he enters in all the 16,108 palaces simultaneously. As the Lord is unlimited, his desires are naturally unlimited. And similarly, the supply also would be unlimited. So the word unlimited is applicable only to Krishna. And that is why Sarva Kamam, full with all desirable equipment, whatever, in the palaces of the Lord, there was nothing wanting for fulfilling all desires of the Lord. So he is unlimited, he is self-satisfied, and his desires are all unlimited, and his supply is also profusely supplied, unlimitedly supplied, just like Srila Prabhupada books in the world, profusely supplied, unlimitedly. So the demand cannot increase to the extent that we cannot supply Srila Prabhupada books. To that extent, it is there. And now book marathon is also going on. So when whatever connected to Krishna, it always shows something that, we have not experienced in the material realm, because it is not material. Krishna is all transcendental, and everything connected to Krishna is also transcendental. What to speak of his own books that Srila Prabhupada has written about Krishna, 100% transcendental. So we'll go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 11, verse 31. Patnya patim proshya grahānupāgatam.
Patnya patim proshya grahānupāgatam.
Vilokya sanjata mano mahotsava.
Vilokya sanjata mano mahotsava.
Uttasturārat sahasāsanāshayāt.
Uttasturārat sahasāsanāshayāt.
Sākam vrathirvriditalocanānana.
Sākam vrathirvriditalocanānana.
Patnya patim proshya grahānupāgatam.
Patnya patim proshya grahānupāgatam.
Vilokya sanjata mano mahotsava.
Vilokya sanjata mano mahotsava.
Uttasturārat sahasāsanāshayāt.
Uttasturārat
Ashayat.
Sākam vrathirvriditalocanānana.
Sākam
Vriditalochana. Patnya patim prosya grahānupāgatam.
Patnya
patim proshya grahānupāgatam.
Vilokya sanjata mano mahotsava.
Vilokya sanjata mano mahotsava.
Utasturarat sahasāsanāshayāt.
Uttasturārat sahasāsanāshayāt.
Sākam vrathirvriditalocanānana.
Sākam vrathirvriditalocanānana. Synonyms. Patnya, the ladies, wives of Lord Sri Krishna,
Patnya,
Patnya, the ladies,
Ladies,
wives
wives of
of
Sri
Lord
Krishna,
Sri Krishna,
Patim, husband.
Patim, husband,
Pati, husband,
Roshya, who was away from home.
Rosya,
Rosya,
who was away
who
from
was away
home,
from home,
Gruha Anupagatam, now returned home.
Griha
Griha
Anupagatam,
Anupagatam,
now
now
returned
returned
home.
home.
Vilokya, thus seeing.
Vilokya,
Vilokya,
seeing,
the sea,
Sanjata, having developed.
and Jata having developed.
Sanjata, having developed.
Manamaha Utsava, essence of joyful ceremony within the mind.
Manamaha
Maha
Utsava,
Utsava, a sense of joyful
of
ceremony
sense
within
of
the
joyful
mind.
ceremony within the
within
mind.
the mind.
Uttastu, got up.
Uttastu, got up.
Got up.
Arat, from a distance.
Arat,
Arat,
from a
from a
distance.
distance.
Sahasa, all of a sudden.
Sahasa, all of a
All
sudden.
of a sudden,
Asana, from the seats.
Asana,
Asana,
from the
from the
seat.
seats.
Ashayat, from the state of meditation.
Ashayat, from the
From
state of
the state
meditation.
of meditation.
Sa, come along with.
Sa
Come along with
Along with
Prathai, the vow.
Vratai, the vow.
the bow.
Vridita, looking coyly.
Vridita, looking
Looking
coyly.
coyly.
Lochana, eyes.
Lochana, eyes.
Lochana, eyes.
Anana, with such faces.
Anana, with such faces.
Translation, please repeat after me. The queens of Lord Sri Krishna rejoiced within their minds.
The
The
queens
queens of
The
Lord
queens of
Sri
Lord
Krishna
Krishna
rejoiced
rejoiced
within their minds
To see their husband home after a long period abroad.
to see their husband home after a long period abroad.
abroad.
The queens got up at once from their seats and meditations.
The queens got up at once from their seats and meditations.
As was socially customary,
As was socially customary,
As was socially customary,
they covered their faces shyly and looked about coyly.
they
they covered their faces shyly and looked about coyly.
Purport.
As mentioned above, the Lord entered his home places occupied by 16,108 queens. This means that the Lord at once expanded himself in as many plenary expansions as there were queens and places, and entered in each and every one of them simultaneously and separately. Here is another manifestation of the features of his internal potency. He can expand himself in as many forms of spiritual identity as he desires, even though he is one without a second. It is confirmed by the Shruti mantra that the absolute is one alone, and yet he becomes many as soon as he so desires. These manifold expansions of the Supreme Lord are manifested as plenary and separated portions. The separated portions are representation of his energy, and the plenary portions are manifestation of his personality. Thus, the personality of down.
highlight where he has to read.
This is yes, personality of Godhead. Godhead manifested himself in 16,108 plenary expansions and simultaneously entered into each and every one of the palaces of the queens. This is called Vaibhava, or the transcendental potency of the Lord. And because he can do so, he is also known as Yogeswara. Ordinarily, a yoga or mystic living being is able to expand himself at most or tenfold expansion of his body, but the Lord can do so to the extent of as many thousands of infinitely as he likes. Unbelievers become astonished to learn that Lord Krishna married more than 16,000 queens because they think of Lord Krishna as one of them and measure the potency of the Lord by their own limited potency. One should know, therefore, that the Lord is never on the level of living beings who are but expansions of his marginal potency, and one should never equalize the potence and the potency. Although there is very little difference of quality between the potence and the potency, the queens are also expansions of his internal potency, and thus the the potencies are perpetually exchanging transcendental pleasures known as pastimes of pastime of the Lord. One should not therefore become astonished to learn that the Lord married so many wives. On the contrary, and one should affirm that even if the Lord marries 16,000 million wives, he is not completely manifesting his unlimited and inexhaustible potency. He married only 16,000 wives and entered in each and every one of them. every one of the different places just to impress in the story of the human beings on the surface of the earth that the Lord is never equal to or less than any human being. However powerful he may be, no one therefore is either equal to or greater than the Lord. The Lord is always great in all respects. God is great is eternal truth. Therefore, as soon as the queens saw from a distance their husband, who was away from home for long periods due to the battle of Kurukshetra, they all arose from the slumber of meditation and prepared to receive their most beloved. According to Jajna Vaikya, religious instructions, a woman whose husband is away from home should not take part in any social functions, should not decorate her body, should not laugh, and should not go to any relative's house. In any circumstances, this is the vow of the ladies whose husbands are away from home. At the same time, it is also enjoined that a wife should never present herself before the husband in an unclean state. She must decorate herself with ornaments and good dress, and should always be present before her husband in a happy and joyous mood. The coins of Lord Krishna were all in meditations, thinking of the Lord's absence, and were always meditating upon him. In all meditation, thinking of the Lord's absence, and were always meditating upon him. The Lord's devotees cannot live for a moment without meditating on the Lord. And what would speak of the queens, who were all goddess of fortunes, incarnated as queens in the pastime of the Lord at Dwaraka? They can never be separated from the Lord, either by presence or by chance. The gopis at Vrindavana could not forget the Lord when the Lord was away in the forest cowherding. When the Lord boy Krishna was absent from the village, the gopis at home used to worry about him traversing the rough ground with his soft lotus feet. By thinking thus, they were sometimes overwhelmed in trance and mortified in the heart. Such is the condition of the pure associates of the Lord. They are always intense, and so the queens also were intense during the absence of the Lord. Presently, having seen the Lord from a distance, they at once gave up all their engagements, including the vows of women as described above. According to Sri Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura, there was a regular psychological reaction on the occasion. First of all, rising from the seats, although they wanted to see their husband, they were dictated because of feminine shyness. But due to strong ecstasy, they overcome the stage of weakness and became caught up with the idea of embracing the Lord. And this thought factually made them unconscious of their surrounding environment. This prime state of ecstasy annihilated all other formalities and social conventions, and thus they escaped all stumbling blocks on the path of meeting the Lord. And that is the perfect of stage of meeting of the Lord, the soul, Sri Krishna.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So very beautifully purport. Srila Prabhupada has explained in a very easy language to understand about the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the devotional service potency of the devotees. Gopis of Vrindavan or queens of Dwaraka. These queens of Dwarakas are also Lakshmis of Krishna. And so it is naturally they are behaving, and in his absence, they are always in his smaranam. So the devotional service, without any cessation, they are performing, whether Krishna is present or is not present in front of in their eyes. Devotional service is something that cannot have any cessation, unlimitedly, unalloyed, uninterrupted. So this is Ahaituki Apratihata, is practically explained in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. So anybody has any questions, comments, or realizations, please do share with us. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी इसमें दे रहा है नीचे की याज्ञवल्क्य के धार्मिक आदेशानुसार जिस स्त्री का पति घर से बाहर हो उसे न तो किसी सामाजिक उत्सव में भाग लेना चाहिए, न शरीर को अलंकृत करना चाहिए, न हंसना चाहिए और न किसी भी परिस्थिति में अपने संबंधी के घर जाना चाहिए। तो याज्ञवल्क्य के धार्मिक आदेशानुसार तो पति अगर घर में नहीं हो, घर से बाहर हो, तो आवश्यकता पड़ने पर भी स्त्री को कहीं नहीं जाना चाहिए।
हाँ, ये सच है। वर्णाश्रम धर्म नियम का अनुसार ऐसा ही है, क्योंकि उसी समय वो पवित्रता बनाए रखने के लिए ये ऐसा नियम है। किंतु ये हम जो है उसको नकल नहीं कर सकते हैं। अभी का कलयुग के अंदर क्या है, कलयुग के अंदर हमें जेंटल बिहेवियर करना है और भगवान का हम पूजा पाठ करते हैं। लेडीज जो है हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र वगैरह जप के लिए अनुमति दी गई है और भोग लगाने का अनुमति दी गई है। ये सब नहीं था उस समय, तो अभी पूरा हालत चेंजिंग है। तो इसलिए हमको आचार्य परंपरा की आवश्यकता है, जो कहेंगे अभी हमको क्या करना है। तो अभी इस कलयुग के अंदर क्या करना है, यहाँ पर क्या है, कलो शूद्र संभवा, यहाँ कोई वर्णाश्रम धर्म नहीं चल रहा है। तो सबका सब या तो शूद्र या उससे भी नीचे है। इसलिए स्त्री और पुरुष में कोई भेद भी नहीं है, क्योंकि पुरुष भी स्त्री की तरह ही बिहेव करते हैं। स्त्री की तरह मतलब मंदा बुद्धि के साथ ही वो काम करते हैं इस कलयुग के अंदर। इसलिए इस कलयुग के अंदर ये सब नियम को कोई पालन नहीं कर सकता है। तो इसलिए तत्रार्पित नियमित स्मरणेन काल है, तो किसी भी नियम को पालन करने का आवश्यकता नहीं। ऐसा एक मंत्र दिया गया है जो कि हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। इस मंत्र को स्त्री भी जप कर सकती है और मर्द भी जप कर सकता है। सबका सब जो है इस हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र को जप करना एकमात्र धर्म है, जो कल युग धर्म को हमको पालन करना होता है। तो इस युग धर्म के अंदर वर्णाश्रम धर्म नहीं है, केवल हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का जपना ही इस युग का धर्म है। तो हम जिस युग में है उस धर्म को हमको पालन करना चाहिए।
यस प्रभु।
थैंक यू, बहुत अच्छा सवाल, अति सुंदर।
धन्यवाद।
5 4 3 2 1 0. Thank you very much for the association. So let's get together tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock for continuing Srimad Bhagavatam class. Till then, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
पतित पावन श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय।
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 वैष्णव प्रणाम। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कृपा
कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय।
जय।
गीताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि